Press play again. 2 roommates, 1 remote. The Rewatch podcast where we dive back into the shows and movies we couldn't stop talking about in college and probably still can't. We're your hosts, Anna and Megan, 2 roommates with 1 remote, ready to laugh, debate, and maybe get a little too nostalgic as we revisit the classics and discover a few new favorites along the way. So grab your popcorn, press play, and hang out with us as we rewind it all, episode by episode, movie by movie.
Well, season 12.
You mean season 2, episode 12?
That's exactly what I meant.
Uncharted waters.
Whew. Okay, so before I read the synopsis, I didn't really have I knew what the episode was. I knew it was the fishing trip, but I don't think I had a preconceived idea of how I felt about it in my other times watching this.
Mm-hmm.
I knew there was some emotional stuff with Pacey and his dad,
Mm-hmm.
but like it was just kind of another episode in my memory bank. But I really can't wait to talk about this one.
Yeah.
It's like I'm watching it with an adult perspective, I think. It's like different. But
Yes.
anyways, I'll read the synopsis if you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
The synopsis for episode 12, the gangs explore uncharted waters when the girls, Jen, Joey, Andy, and Abby, spend a day with Gail doing a TV report on teenage behavior amid the tensions between all of them over Jen and Joey's continuing feud and Abby's continuing insensitivity. That is putting it politely.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Dawson and Pacey explore their own uncharted waters when they go on a father-son fishing trip with Mitch and Pacey's grumpy and critical father, Sheriff John Witter, as well as Jack, whom Pacey invites to tag along, which brings out more tension between Dawson and Jack. This episode aired on January 27th, 1999. It has a popularity rating of 124 out of 128.
Ouch.
And an IMDb user rating of 100 out of 128.
Wow.
So where we left off, episode 11, was the note and the secret of Pacey and Andy, but then Pacey also, he got an A. So we left off on a pretty intense, emotional.
I probably should have looked back at my
a
notes
lot
to
happening
see
in that
yeah.
episode. So how did you have any specific feelings before going into this episode?
No, like I said, I'd honestly not thought to look back or revisit where we would have left off.
Mm-hmm.
I probably should have. But the main piece was, like I told you a few minutes ago, I actually, like, this one started and I was going, wait, I remember some of this. But I didn't have like it didn't give me a feeling or a mood or anything like that going into it. I knew that there was some, heavy conversation and stuff to take place between Pacey and his dad, but I'd forgotten about the girls' side of it, truthfully. So
usually when I have watched it, the girls has kind of been irrelevant to me.
Yeah.
And I still, it's not that I felt like it was irrelevant, but it just was not something I really totally felt invested and cared about. This one, I had some thoughts, but this time watching, I had some thoughts. Still don't feel like it was my favorite part of the episode by any means, but I still have thoughts about it. I mean, the major A storyline obviously is Pacey and the fishing trip, but
well, I feel like the theme or the proverbial theme of this one would have been that the proverbial poop was hitting the fan. Yeah. And then everybody was reconciling their differences at the end. But
I mean, like, we have it's like a fathers and sons.
The boys within their own group.
Yes. Fathers and sons, you can, another theme of like, you can know somebody, but not really know somebody.
Oh, sure.
Like, how does Dawson not even know about Jack and the situation with his dad? And I know Dawson lives in his own world, but I'm just meaning that in the theme of the episode, it's like not fully knowing. Just like he didn't fully understand the things with Pacey and his dad. But then also, the word respect was thrown out in every single conversation. And multiple times.
Truthfully, there's another underlying current that runs the whole entire episode of everyone like internally being in competition with everyone else.
Yes.
Like between the girls, between the boys on the boat. I mean, even just Pacey and his dad. There's this underlying, just thread.
Yeah.
That really eats at everybody. I mean, they're projecting and everybody's feelings go haywire.
I thought this was a good episode. I thought it was kind of heavy. Like there were heavy conversations, heavy storylines, like Pacey and his dad, obviously, but then even with the girls. So the conversation with the girls and the whole them going over to Gail's house. To me, I think why I've not cared about it in the past is like, is this actually realistic that they would all be there? No.
Right.
So I know it's just a way to get them all together.
Right.
I get that. But it still feels a little, this is weird.
And they read it. Like, you can read the room. You can see that. Their body language tells you it's weird. Like, we're supposed to feel like it's weird.
But Jen painted it as it was Gail's idea. But then Gail thanks Jen for the idea.
Correct.
And Joey caught that. So, okay. So this whole, I also fully never, I guess, quite understood what the assignment of this news report is. But like, you're trying to find out, like, because the question she's asking about, like, why do you think girls are trendsetters? And it's like, what is the purpose of this? Like, what is the story?
Well, I mean, didn't she ask at one point, like, what are some of the main cares of teenage girls these days or something? She tries to ask Joey first. She doesn't say anything.
Oh, in the very beginning of that? Yeah.
I don't know. And I'm sorry, it's not very realistic to think that this would be a hard-hitting piece on the 6 o'clock news, to be featured. Cool if it really was,
But I think it's a really important conversation. I'm not saying that. Like, trying to get down to the
approach was all wrong.
Yeah, it's just it's weird how it was all set up. But like the storyline of teenage girls, and it would have been different if it was not for the news, but like the teenage girls are pitted against each other and being in competition with each other. And that is a different thing. That's not what that felt like in the beginning. And also, it would never be on the news. But just like if Gail saw, because Gail is like, besides Graham's, but she hasn't even started being in it pretty regularly. If Collie, if Gail, here's how I feel like this could have been done better. If Gail saw an argument between Joey and Jen, and we see her face like, oh, that was like, it was an ugly conversation, or I hate that they're like this with each other, and she saw a little bit of insight into their relationship, and then her wheels start turning of, I want to bring this group together because I see this animosity. And then even bring Bessie into it. Make it a full girls' night where everybody's trying to come together. That would make a lot more sense than this random camera guy in the corner.
It is.
Who wants to open up with him?
No. And I mean, this is going to be shared on the news with the public.
Yeah.
None of it really makes any sense or seems like it's in the right place. It seems very out of place, which, speaking of, some of the weather and the attire and all that didn't.
It felt like it should have been, I don't know where it would have been, but it did not feel like it went after the one we just watched. Like,
no.
In the fall. I don't know where it should have fallen.
I mean, they're in, like we talked about, they're in full-on heavy winter jackets with Mitch and his turtleneck underneath, and I don't know.
I don't know. That didn't make sense, but because in just a couple episodes ago, they're in shorts and t-shirts or tank tops. The end of season 1 was like the spring.
Right.
And this is not a new school year.
No.
So I don't fully understand. We're not supposed to read into that.
No, I guess
fictional.
Not.
But the whole I wish that they would have, with the girls at least, I wish that they really would have like dove more into like the insecurities that teenage girls face and things like that. It would have been better.
It had a huge opportunity, in my opinion, for something that could have been very impactful.
You just like they barely scratched the surface of like, yes, Andy's insecure because she's got her family situation.
Mhm.
Jen opens up. She's insecure because she's moved here to be the new girl. Thought it would be a relief, but it really wasn't. All that.
Mhm.
Joey obviously says it once again, like she has in other episodes, that she's just the girl that will live and die at the creek. So they have all of these their own insecurities
Yes.
that they somewhat share with others throughout the show, but then they really don't. They hold it tight to the vest, and it's like they all live in their own bubbles in a way that they can't see past their own insecurities to see that other girls are feeling the exact same way. And that
Mhm.
really is a message to any teenage girl.
Yes.
Whatever you're dealing with, I promise you someone else is dealing with something else. It does not make
Yes.
one thing heavier or
No.
worse than another, but you are not alone.
Right.
As basic as that sounds, it's just
Right.
like we all have things that we are. I mean, even Gail, I liked what she said to Joey at the
Mhm.
end. I could have cried
I know, that was
when
sweet.
she says that she wishes that she had a daughter, but then
Mhm.
she realizes she does. She has Joey.
Mhm.
It was really sweet because, and you see it on Joey's face, like
Mhm.
it
It
kind of
meant
hit
something
her.
to her.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Because we have said, like,
Mhm.
she is close with this family. This does feel like a second family to her.
Agreed.
And I can only imagine, like, clearly my mom has not died. So I don't know what that feels like. But I did grow up being very close with my friends and their families.
Mhm.
And so I can only imagine that if I had lost my mom
Mhm.
and one of them had made a comment like that to me,
Yes.
it would have meant the world.
Mhm.
So I can only put myself in those shoes. But
And
wow.
especially in that moment, I feel like that also lent to it being so impactful and powerful is just the fact that, Joey had just made her confession to basically the things that Jen kind of calls her out for.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't really acknowledge it when Jen is saying it, but now she's confessed. And anyway, I really thought that was a special moment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then we have the Jen and Joey having they have their blow up, and I thought, as I'm watching, I'm like, they both have valid points.
They
Like,
do.
both of them, it's going back and forth, and they're both pretty valid.
Yes, but Joey's RBF was, I mean, ruthless.
It is. It is.
She has some serious RBF.
She really does. It's scary a little bit. Like, it's very intimidating. And like,
girl, fix your face. And listen, I am no one to talk because I don't mean to, but I mean,
don't
my
either.
daddy has told me before, hey, look a little friendlier. I mean, I don't know what my face is doing sometimes.
I don't either. And I have a little bit of the opposite problem, and I don't want this to sound like I'm tooting a horn by any means because I'm not really a people person, okay? But I have that kind of face where it's like,
I know.
no new friends. Okay, that's the kind of face. And yet people come up to me and want to be friends, and I'm like, what aura is exuding off of me that I am inviting you into my space and want to be? I don't understand. Now, I'm open to new friends. I don't mean it that way. I just mean I'm not one that's going to go down the aisle at the Walmart. And if there's only one other person on the aisle, we don't have to conversate.
No.
We just don't. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not going to be rude to you if you talk to me, but I don't have that open, welcoming face that's like, hi, how are you today? What are you buying? Have you tried this? What's your take on it? It's not me. So don't turn to me and ask me, because I'm just going to be like, haha.
Yeah, I know.
In the most polite way possible, because I'm not
course.
an overtly rude person.
No.
I can be if
I
it's
was
called
gonna say,
for.
unless provoked. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's called for.
Yeah.
But I'm just not going to be just rude just for the heck of it. But I
No.
also am not going to strike up a conversation with a complete stranger out of nowhere, because I'm just going with my Walmart thing here.
Yeah.
When I go in, I'm ready to get out.
I feel that.
And every single time, I know, I can feel it. When I walk in, I'm like, I'm going to see somebody I know here. I just know I am. Without a doubt, every single time.
Well,
usually it happens as I'm walking out.
That's unfortunate. I just do drive up.
Well, then it's the awkward thing of like, this is so off track, but then it's the awkward thing of like, you see somebody that you know, but you don't have like that kind of relationship. Like some people, it's like a hug type situation.
Yeah.
Some people, it's like you know them, so you're like, hey. So it's that awkward, like you don't really stop. You
Right.
keep passing. You're like, hey, how are you? But you just keep walking. It's like,
Hey, good to see ya. See you later. Yeah.
Or like it's just awkward. And you know what? Girls are the friendliest in bathroom situations.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
And yeah, I don't know if I have something plastered on my forehead that just says, please be my friend. Because it's not here, from here down. It's not. So it's got to be up here somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Your
but
light must be on.
I am straight up relating to Joey and all that because I get it. My face is the same way. But Jen calls her out on like about being friends, which you just have all this attitude toward me. But then Joey says exactly what we've been saying about you had him, but then I had him, and now you just want him back.
Yeah.
Which
I just noted that in some ways both points are not 100% invalid.
Right.
But they're also both not 100% valid.
Right.
They fall in some gray areas of just like they have some truth behind them, but it's not, I don't know, the perfect perspective from either angle.
It's still all rooted around Dawson.
Yes, and two, their competition between each other internally that they constantly fight that leaves them in this constant, I don't want to say it's not like a toxic state, but just tense state of, feeling like they're both fighting for his attention. And the world is so much bigger than one boy.
Yeah.
That's what I'd love to tell them.
I know. And I know it doesn't feel that way though when you are that age. It really doesn't. It feels like that is, well, for Joey, it has been her world. He has been the center of it for so long.
True.
And I know her world is opening up a little bit more now. And I think she's kind of in this stage of like, she wants that. We've seen that. She's had that conversation with him. She wants more. But then it's a little bit of like, I don't really want to let go of that either because there's comfort in it. But then Jen, I think, feels safe with him. It's just, they're
looking for things in the wrong places.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But Joey and Dawson both have the same comment at different points about, you stole them from me.
Oh, yeah, true.
She says it to Jen, and Dawson says it to Jack. Not true in the slightest, because they were broken up.
Correct.
So there was no stealing involved. But I don't know, because I'm like, y'all could be together if you really wanted to be. So why do you have all this animosity toward the other person? I mean, I get him because it wasn't his choice.
No.
It was really her choice to kind of move into, but kind of. He did technically they broke up in his bedroom after that dance, but she was the one making the steps towards new things. So I get him being a little bit mad still, because he doesn't feel like he can have her back right now. But if she said the word, he'd be done.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately. He'd be there.
So he's already told her
so
that.
her saying, acting like she can't have, I don't
Doesn't
know.
make sense.
That relationship is exhausting.
It is.
What else about the girls?
So, I mean, I know that when Jen and Joey are kind of having their heart to heart in Dawson's room, in some ways, when Joey tries to call Jen disingenuous, I was like, okay, wait. I mean, I really think that there is some true root of Jen genuinely trying to patch up this friendship, or just finding some common ground, because it is so tense all the time.
Yeah.
It did not come across to me as frivolous or just
No, not this episode.
mm-mm.
Other episodes,
But-
I do feel like there has been some of
correct.
that with Jen.
But this one in particular, and then Joey's like, "You're so disingenuous," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Wait a second, she really was trying to
Mm-hmm.
be a friend here."
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think so too in this episode for
But
sure. I think Joey again is just trying to hold on to how she's always. Jen has made the comment before about you don't want to give me a chance because you're afraid that I'll actually,
true, but
you won't actually be able to hate me because there's no reason to hate me. And I think Joey does want to hold on to that a little bit.
right, that's
It
her
makes her feel,
insecurity.
yeah.
But last thing about the girls basically is just that because we've already talked about Joey and Gail, is Abby, who gets kicked out by Gail because she's just
And then has the nerve to say that to Gail about sleeping around. And
yes. So
oh my gosh, I can't imagine.
hang on, where did I put a note on here when the girls were all just hashing it out right there in the living room. Abby being the pot stirring broom riding witch she is, Gail casts her out. But we find her outside because supposedly her mom thought that she was spending the night, and she's whining about her boring life. And this felt like an extreme juxtaposition to Dawson and Jack, which I'll come to in a second. But I mean, Abby whining about her life has no drama and her parents are normal and her life is so boring because everything in her life is normal. So I create drama.
Mm-hmm. It's
Yes,
her extra.
girl,
It's an acceptable extracurricular activity.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely so screwed up. But I also cannot understand people, or especially girls who love drama. No offense. That's just not my thing.
I don't want to be in it. You want to tell me all about it? I want to hear all about it.
I don't even care to hear about it. I
like to hear about it because it's not me.
No. But, she's standing there, or she's sitting there telling Abby, Abby is telling Andy about it. And Andy's looking at her like, are you for real right now? But, then Abby's mom pulls up and they end up giving Andy a ride.
But really, where was Andy's mom? Home by herself? Did they have somebody to come care for her at this point?
Do we know if she stayed at home the whole time? Like, was she
right?
out
Because
somewhere?
both of them are gone.
I don't know. I was wondering about that through some of it because I didn't realize that the girls actually did spend the night. That was something I didn't remember. I remembered that we were going to be like seeing them have their little interview. Like, I remembered bits and pieces of that. So I don't want to. I know I said earlier that I didn't remember the girls, but I remember parts of it. But forgot that they spent the night, and I forgot that Abby is outside the next morning. But I don't know. I mean, I was wondering the whole time, like, where is their mom?
Maybe they have somebody to come help care for her. I don't know. Now, maybe they asked. I don't know. It's behind the scenes. We don't know.
But
that's
all I had to say about the girl. Yeah.
Oh gosh. This is a Pacey heavy episode when it's about the boys. It's more backstory of his life, which we already could have. We have already assumed and used context clues based off of what he has said and other people have said and the way Doug has treated him. We've known what he's dealing with. But then to see it from a father, not just an older brother, but from your father. Yes. And it like his dad, the sheriff, he's a very tough, hard man. And that could, there's a way to play that's just very drill sergeant and like tough and expects a lot. And then there's the emotional and verbal abuse. And just your kid, he never feels like he will amount to anything because of his dad. But there comes a point with Pacey, and it's through Andy really, where he's going to become something in spite of what his dad is saying about him.
Right. And you can even see that already starting in this episode. I mean, down to the moment when he's outside on the beach having his big heart-to-heart moment with his dad, who is too drunk to stay coherent.
I cried.
Yeah, well, it was a heavy scene.
It was.
It was. I mean, very emotional on top of it,
Well,
but
we see, I mean, in other episodes, he's kind of almost brushed it off of like, that's my dad, like, or the episode where he was talking about his dad saying he would sign the papers for the emancipation, like that kind of thing. Not that he brushed off like he doesn't care, but we've already seen that it's starting to weigh on him more and more and more. Now he like fully broke. It is actually affecting him, not just roll my eyes and this is what they think of me. It's like it hurts him.
well, furthermore, this has been done in front of his friends and Mitch at this point. Like, there's been a lot of this that has been exposed or been visible. It's not just at home. So I feel like there's optics to this that make it even bigger or heavier or
And
just,
even more than that, though, he's seeing him treat Dawson and put Dawson on a
right.
pedestal. That all he wants is his dad to just say he's proud of him one time. He doesn't have to even put him on a pedestal like he is Dawson. He just wants one, I'm proud of you, son. Unconditional, like not with the other things going on. And he's having to watch how he just dotes on Dawson. And it, Jack is the one who even calls that out at the bar that night, and it's like, he's having to see this. His dad is doing all this. You're the prodigal. I mean, you're the genius wonderkind, is what Pacey says. Like,
yes, which just further underscores the fact that Dawson just lives in his so self-absorbed world. He walks up to the boat, and I'm sorry for jumping ahead, and he finds Jack in his sleeping bag, telling him that he doesn't feel good and he's nauseous, that he has been since he first set foot on the boat. And Dawson is like saying something about, yeah, I know what you mean. I felt like I wanted to throw up the whole time that I've been out here. And he's like, no, man, like, I don't feel good.
Yeah.
This is not just like, oh, it makes me sick you're here. This is
yes. And he has another comment where he asks Jack, where is your dad?
well,
and
correct.
Jack says, he left us. And then Dawson says, I understand that. Jack's like, no, you don't. So I think what I like about this episode is kind of peeling back more layers of like, okay, how Dawson feels about the things going on in his life, valid. I understand, like, your mom cheated in a very scandalous way. Your dad doesn't work and has a dream for something, but doesn't fully know how to make this dream come alive. Now they're getting a divorce. Your dad has moved out. His girlfriend and him broke up, that he's whatever.
Yeah.
All these things, okay? I understand. To Dawson, this is such huge stuff. Cut to, we have Pacey, whose dad is just horrible to him all the time. Nobody believes in anything that Pacey does. Then you've got Jack, whose dad is not even there, and his mom is literally losing her mind. And him and his sister are taking care of her. You've got Andy, same situation as Jack. You've got Jen, who has her own demons and things that she deals with. Her grandfather just died. Joey, dad's in jail. And I know these are not things that you should just constantly hold on to and use on a whim, and like Joey did that time. At least you have a mom. I understand that. That's not what I'm saying. I just mean everybody has things that they're going through.
Right.
Dawson, so none of it is like yours negates mine and this and that. Dawson can't see past his, though.
Right. And Dawson tries to equate his whole situation, his life, to how absolutely rough things are for Jack. Because Jack's like, dude, your dad left, but he moved up the street. Like, mine's in a whole nother state.
And he's here. Yeah. Bonding with you.
Correct. Mine is gone, basically. And to me, Dawson just literally, yes, we've said he's self-absorbed, but it's almost like he has little to no respect for anyone else's issues or problems being bigger than his, because it's his world. Does that make sense?
And even he can't even grasp that his dad is actually, I know we've said our things about Mitch, and he's not perfect, but his dad is present, and his dad is there, and his dad wants to try, and he's not,
he's not doing what Mr. Witter's doing. He's not hounding Dawson. He's actually being somewhat of a father figure.
And
he's not perfect.
He moved out, but he's still involved in your life. He's still trying. But Dawson can't. It's like he's in the situation, so he can't see the situation for what it really is, and like he's complaining about his dad to Pacey.
I know.
And he's even there with him and still is making excuses for Pacey's dad and can't even see what's happening right in front of him until the very end of the episode. And I think all the things like the conversation with his dad and his dad saying, I'm sorry that you're embarrassed or disappointed, whatever he said sitting there on the dock. I can't remember if he said, I'm sorry you're embarrassed of me or I'm sorry you're disappointed in me.
I can't remember.
But Mitch says that to Dawson because Dawson's asking him the questions about, I thought you'd be getting a job. Okay. Normal questions for a child. Well, I wouldn't say normal, but I see a child wanting to know, like, okay, Dad, what are your plans? Because you don't have a job. But I think some of it is rooted in worry, but some of it's rooted in embarrassment. And so Mitch saying that, I think it hurts Mitch when he's doing everything he knows how to do to be a good, respectable father, but it's just not enough for Dawson. I think part of that conversation and then the conversation with Jack and Jack talking about his dad literally just being gone, doesn't want to have anything to do with us, and then slowly seeing things with John Witter at the end, and then when he sees that whole interaction between Pacey and his dad, and Pacey literally hangs his head. It was so sad. I think at the end, Dawson really did. It's like his eyes were open to things around him.
Right. I mean, I think that it doesn't help Dawson in his case that if he's the one receiving the favor, to him, the world isn't so bad because, again, he is so self-absorbed that he's not seeing other people's situation for what it is until the very end where he sees that.
Yeah. I mean, it shouldn't, to me, okay, you've been friends with this person for so long, we're to assume their entire lives, basically. You can't convince me that he hasn't been around Pacey's family at some point. You also have seen how Doug has talked to him. You've heard what Pacey has said about the way his dad talks to him and what his family thinks of him. So constantly, like, negating everything that Pacey is saying, it's not that bad, he was clearly kidding, things like that, that doesn't help.
No.
And it really is gaslighting.
Yeah, it's hurtful.
I mean, he just said in front of Pacey that you can come back here and visit Pacey at whatever fast food restaurant he's working at. Like, well, first of all, like, that is a shame. He's using that in a shameful and just despicable way because he'll make nothing of himself. And Dawson's going to be this big shot. It's just show a little bit of the whole theme of the episode is respect, because you don't have to be older to be the one getting respect. You can respect someone younger than you. You can respect your children.
Yes. I mean, you should respect everyone, period.
Yes. Just human decency to just go into something with showing respect and getting respect. And then people show who they are. And I know that respect can be taken away real quick. But it was, I just feel for Pacey.
Which, I mean, is the point of the episode, truthfully.
I know. But I thought Joshua Jackson has never looked better. I will say that. Him on that boat taking charge, his gray sweatshirt and that jacket, his little sunglasses, never looked better. I thought he looked hot. And I say that with confidence because he was in his 20s, so I can say that. I'm not saying a 16-year-old.
No.
I'm saying Joshua Jackson was.
Yeah.
I just love him. I'll say it every episode. I don't even care. Okay. I love him. I thought he looked good in this one. I just think his swagger is...
I know.
Pacey is coming into his own.
He is. Now, just on a lighthearted note, I did want to at least bring up the whole Jack showing up late. Everything is just disheveled. Life vest on one shoulder and hanging off the other because he ain't put it on yet, but he's the only one on the boat wearing one.
Oh my gosh. And then
dork.
He's got it on. Okay, the conversation with him and Dawson.
I know.
He's like, you. Even then, I didn't even catch this. Even then, he's like, you better respect me.
Yes, he said that. I looked at you. And then he gets up and he takes all. I know, he takes it all.
I'm getting my words tangled. I didn't clock the respect in that conversation at the point.
Because he said, if you respect Joey, you better respect me.
We should have counted every time they said respect. What's the respect count on this one?
I don't know. I don't want to know.
But he says, it just was so... Okay, I want to talk about this conversation. I didn't like it. It was weird.
Yeah,
but I can only imagine. Okay. This is where I take Dawson's side on this one, because if
I couldn't take him serious.
Let's just put ourselves in this situation. Let's say that I was dating somebody and like we're strangers, okay? And then we break up and then you come into the picture and you're dating them. And then we're thrown onto a boat together and you come up to me and say, if you respect them, you'll respect me. I think that I would have laughed right in your face like, absolutely not. No. I do not have to.
No, I don't even know you.
It was just so like, I can respect that person, but I don't know you. So you don't get my respect just because of association here.
My thing is, I personally try to respect everyone, but if you walk up to me demanding respect like that, okay, I'm sorry, but you probably going to get a few laughs and ha-has in your face. Because
you will respect me because I'm with this person.
Well, no, it's you better respect me. I was like,
you better go get that life jacket, buddy.
There was no. I'm just gonna be honest. If Pacey had been holding that conversation, he would have come across and delivered it with a little more power behind it. That might have been like, oh, okay, I better respect you. But there is none. There's no authority behind his voice when he says this. He does not say it with his chest.
No, it's like there was something else. I don't remember, so I don't remember. Something else that was like, oh, I don't like when you say that.
There's a few things.
But this episode, because I know the next few, I know what's coming, and so I know I think Pacey is going to start over the next few episodes. He's going to internalize all of this pent up emotion with his dad and how other people are making him feel about himself, and it is going to explode in a few episodes. It is.
I think I vaguely remember that episode, but
I like it. I like it, and I'm just here to say 4 episodes before it happens, I'm Team Pacey. I'm fully Team Pacey.
I don't think anybody questioned that ever.
Well, the characters in the show are not Team Pacey when it comes to this situation, and it makes me mad.
I hear you.
So we might have a debate or a discussion. I'm not sure how you'll feel about it. I don't know if you even remember it, but anyways.
I think I vaguely, I remember, let's put it this way. I remember some kind of like a feeling or something resonates, the thought of him exploding, but I can't remember what happens. So,
well, we'll get there. But
my last ha-ha to bring up was, when Jack has shown up and Dawson looks up and sees him and is like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. And
go ahead, sorry.
Then we see Dawson at the back of the boat looking at the dock as
it's my gosh,
drifting
really
away.
Funny.
And there's this
he's literally looking over.
Yes, there's this moment of contemplation of life. And this is my last chance. I can make it right. Yeah, I think I've got just enough time. I can just skip this.
But then he goes after Pacey's dad has just reamed him out because he put the wrong pole on the wrong side of the boat.
Yeah.
Dawson runs up because, again, Dawson's world is the most important. And he's like, I can't believe you didn't tell me he's coming. Pacey doesn't go off in that moment. He's like, I know, I'm real sorry, And he says, Andy is wanting me to include him. He's trying to explain. And then Dawson's like, I get that, but you still should have told me. Like, you should have told him about tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
There's a few things that Dawson's neglected to
like,
share.
Stop for a second, look and see. Your friend's life does not revolve around you. He's got
No.
things happening too.
Yeah. Our bottom line here is just be kind. I mean, respect is a whole different subject.
Yes.
But just be kind.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's that whole, you never know what anyone's going through.
Mm-hmm.
So just be nice to people.
And he doesn't know the full extent of what Jack and Andy are going through, but he knows the stuff with their mom. So just be.
Right, but I even almost wonder, like, how much of that is just what he's been told, because he hasn't seen her.
Well, yeah, he's not. No.
So I mean, obviously Pacey would know more because Pacey's dating Andy.
He still may not know that their dad is not there, but he should know. I've never heard about their dad. They've never talked about him. I'm kind of wondering if he's even there, which would mean that these two teenage kids are taking care of their mom. No, that's a lot. That's a whole lot.
I don't think that his brain even calculates any of that.
No, can't. This was the first time that we see Pacey's dad.
Mm-hmm.
We've heard about him, but this is the first time we actually meet him. And you know what? A lot of shows, when you don't see a character pretty regularly, they change the actor because they can't get him back or whatever. No judgment. This one does not. He is his dad, no matter when he shows up.
That's good.
Same with Joey's. Like, they don't recast. I like that.
I can appreciate that.
Because we don't see him as often. Now, Bodie did get recast at some point, but
I won't lie. That's something that bothers me.
Is that he's not around?
Oh, no.
Oh, recasting.
Recasting, sorry.
It's like, me too.
Yeah, Bodie, come back.
I mean, I just don't, like, you have a new baby at home.
Where are
home.
you, buddy? Yeah, seriously. I've been wondering about him a little bit, but, Bessie and Joey, they got it. They're holding down the fort.
Mm-hmm.
But, no, I mean, I can't stand it personally when they recast. I mean, sometimes it's for the better, but a lot of times it's like,
and sometimes it's because it
do you
can't
think
be
we're that
helped.
dumb?
But I'm like, if it requires recasting, just write them out because it bothers me.
Agreed.
It bothers me.
Figure something out.
Please. My continuity brain is like, screaming when that happens.
I just look at him and go, okay, you tried to pick somebody that looks similar enough, but you really think we're dumb enough to fall for that?
We're not stupid. Yes, absolutely. I'm not going there with the movies because of that whole scene in Dawson's room.
Oh, no.
We're not.
No, thank you.
There were a couple that are actual legit movies, but
we're okay.
Anyways. Do you want to play a game?
Yeah.
We only have one.
Yeah.
One on the random wheel for right now. We'll restock it after this one. It's rapid fire. This is going to be difficult for you, I know. Let me pull up my rapid fire questions here. And I'll answer too. This is a mix of Dawson's Creek rapid fire and 90s. Just the 90s.
Okay.
So we'll just do we'll do 5 of each this time.
Okay.
And we'll change them up the next time it's picked. Okay. First of all, I feel like I know this answer. Not I feel like I do know this answer, but Team Dawson or Team Pacey?
Pacey.
For sure.
Yeah.
Most annoying character
in Dawson's Creek? Abby.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sometimes I would say Dawson, but Abby for sure is like a consistent.
Oh, she gotta go. She gotta go. She will soon.
Okay. Oh
gosh.
Joey Potter, relatable or frustrating?
That depends on the episode.
I feel like overall relatable.
Yeah.
That can still be frustrating at times though. It's a little of both, honestly.
That's what. Yeah, it depends.
Most unrealistic storyline to this point.
That one's kind of tough.
Unrealistic. Mine would be Tamara and Pacey, not the actual them getting together. That's realistic. It happens. I get that. It's the fact that when even a rumor was come out about it, no type of investigation was done.
Oh,
she just left.
Yeah.
Of her own.
Yes.
And got another job.
I was going to say that, but at the same time, just like you said, unfortunately,
Yeah, them being together happens. That's not the unrealistic part. It's the
No.
how it all transpired after the fact.
Right. I totally agree. I mean, honestly, that was my first thought. So
Yeah. Okay. Last Dawson's Creek one. Was Dawson a good friend
in this episode,
so far in this show?
in some ways, he's getting better.
I do think he's getting better. Better than season 1, Dawson.
Yeah.
I do. I agree. Okay. 90s. Ready?
I don't know. I lived under a rock growing up, so go ahead.
AOL Instant Messenger or phone calls?
AOL.
AOL.
Although, once it was like after 7 p.m. and calls were free.
I did have a phone in my room. That was fun.
I had that too.
Okay. Tamagotchi or Game Boy?
Game Boy.
Oh, well, I didn't call it a Tamagotchi. It was a Gigapet.
No, I didn't have one. Mama said no.
Mine all died or ran away.
That's unfortunate.
I had a complex about it.
I still have Game Boy games that I found recently.
I mean, I had both. I had a Game Boy too. I loved my Game Boy, but
Did you only have one
obsessed.
or did you have a couple?
Oh, I had a couple. And then we had all the different bags that you could like.
Oh, yeah.
All your games. Oh, yeah.
Same.
Yeah. Okay. Scrunchies or butterfly clips?
Both.
I'm going butterfly clips only because I have some right now that I have recently worn.
Like my grandmother used to get the ones that had the spring wings.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. When you walk.
Oh, yeah. They just.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so funny. VHS or DVD?
That depends. Probably DVD. Truthfully.
You know what? I have to say VHS because I have so many VHS tapes still that I love, like from childhood, that I went and bought a VCR in the past 15 years or so. And like I couldn't find one, not even like on Amazon, just a plain VCR. I had to get the double.
Yeah.
So I have to go with VHS for that, just because of that situation.
Right, but I personally appreciate that a whole movie can fit on DVD.
Yeah. And you don't have to rewind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just zip, 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 zip with a button. I mean, you can use a button to rewind, but it ain't the same.
Yeah. Ooh. Did you have posters on your wall?
Of horses?
I used to buy the posters at the reading fair.
Yeah.
And I'd put those on my wall. I didn't like take them out of magazines or anything. But I would buy them at the reading fair. Okay. CD player or Walkman? I didn't have a Walkman.
CD player.
CD player. I didn't have a Walkman.
Oh, that thing went everywhere I did. I was obsessed with music though.
Well, and I'm not really, but I had my CD player and I would listen in the car and I would be singing along, and I will never forget. I had a friend when we were like going shopping or something, and my mom turned around and goes, "Who sings that?" I was so confident. I don't remember who I said, but anyways, she
I know
said,
what's coming.
Yeah, she said, "You should let them do it."
No, I went everywhere. I had a Walkman, and then I even had I had portable radio headsets that were Dad's, but I would borrow them, and then I accidentally it fell off my head into the creek and got ruined, and I tried
creek.
Yeah. We've got creeks on our property.
No, I'm just talking about Dawson's Creek.
Oh, yes. Well, one of the ears went out, and I didn't immediately tell Dad, but he figured it out, and we had a conversation about it. And I apologize. I didn't get in too much trouble. But anyway, back to the point, though. I had the CD player, right? It eventually got a CD player that I could, or that had the anti-skip. And, buddy, I put that, like, through the ringer because it would ride in a backpack while I was outside playing or running around with the kids on the street or in the woods or whatever I was doing.
Last one. Disney or Nickelodeon?
Oh, Disney. I never got to watch Nickelodeon.
I was Nickelodeon.
Good for you.
Okay, MVP moment of the episode.
I unfortunately am going to give this to Dawson at the very end where he goes to Pacey.
I'm going Gil and Joey.
Yeah, that too.
I realized I have you.
Mhm.
That was very sweet. I love
And that's
that.
a wrap on today's episode. If you loved hanging out with us, make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube where you can watch this full video. And follow us on Spotify so you never miss a rewatch. You can also find us on Instagram and TikTok for clips, behind the scenes moments, and all the nostalgia your heart can handle. Leave us a comment, rate the show, and share the episode with a fellow roomie. It truly helps more than you know, and we love hearing from you. We'll be back every Tuesday and Thursday with more laughs, more nostalgia, and of course, more rewatches. Until then, keep the remote close, the memories closer, and as always, be kind. Rewind and press play again. Bye, roomie.
Roll the credits. Press play again. 2 roommates, 1 remote is fully DIY. Editing, us. Producing, also us. Recording, yep, still us. Posting it everywhere, shockingly, us again. 2 roommates, 1 remote, 0 team. So please clap accordingly. Thank you very much.